It's very easy to die, Like the body is an amazing piece of work, but also very fragile. One wrong turn, one mistake, one miscalculation, and boom, you're gone. It scares me sometimes, I can't even lie. Like that guy who's been dead 5 years now also left home like I leave home every day, and that was it. He didn't plan it. He lives the same normal life that I do. He was going to get some food and then go to work or something. He has a fiancé I could tell he loved very much, a dog he adored, probably clients who loved his work. But they don't care, Doesn't give a flying frack about your motion or lack of motion, or what you're going through or how successful you are. It just comes and there's absolutely nothing you can do. And now he's been buried. People have cried. People have moved on. Life continued. And it's, somewhere nobody knows, never to return. I heard that there's no control over that P, Death. Like you have no say over it. If you're gone, you're gone. There's no coming back. There's no time travel, no rectifications. Just gone. Wiped out. Never to be seen again. I think it's the hopelessness that bothers me, Your inability to do anything other than accept it. And that's cruel. Really cruel. And I won't lie, I've been lucky to have not really experienced death that hits close to home before. And one day I feel like I'll run out of that luck and it scares me. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not a very lucky person. At least not in the things that I want to be lucky at. I'm not lucky when it comes to planning and execution. Something always happens and it fails. I'm not lucky in getting the things that I want when I want them. But you know what I'm lucky at? Not having experienced a lot of tragedy and the immeasurable pain that comes with it. Not having really lost a loved one or someone deeply close to me. And as much as I appreciate that, I feel like it's just postponed heartbreak, Being scheduled for an unknown date. It's definitely going to happen sometime whether I like it or not. Anytime any of my loved ones call, I wonder if it has happened. If I've run out of luck. If it's time for me to experience how that P feels. And I mean every single time they call, I feel like that. And just as I'm about to answer the phone, I hope silently that they just wanted to say hi, or they have a problem that money can solve. And that brings me to God. I don't know, man. I don't understand him at all. And it took me a while to accept that because I used to think that I knew him, how he moved, how he operated, but I figured I didn't know Jack. It's like how the forex market humbles you when you think you're a pro, shatters all your analysis, swallows up all your profits, takes you back to ground zero, and you start to question everything you thought you knew. That's exactly how I feel about God. I feel like I don't know anything. I met God at the funeral, by the way, of the guy who died 5 years ago. Not funny. Those were the first words that came out of my mouth. What are you doing here? This is a cruel joke. While he was in the hospital, they begged you. I heard John crying his brains out for you to save his brother. And they said John never cries. And you're here to do what, really? A few minutes of silence passed between us, not sure what he was thinking though. Whether it was my audacity in talking to him like that or whether he understood how I felt. The silence was deafening, but the anger in me wasn't. And I was angry not because I knew the guy. We barely talked. We just stayed in the same neighborhood, so I was just there too. I don't know, I was just there. I was angry because the same pattern repeats itself every time, Prayers going unanswered. You're not going to see anything, I continued. You enjoy this? The desperation of people? Because I don't get it. I thought I was going to say it was his will, or there's a much grander plan that my physical eyes can see, or some parable, or some deep thing or something. But he didn't. He didn't say nothing. Just silence. Pure silence until I couldn't see him anymore. Maybe I shouldn't have snapped. Maybe I shouldn't have talked so fast. Maybe I should have waited for him to speak first. I don't know, man. So is that it? Whether someone is too young to die or not old enough to have died, we just accept it? Shouldn't there be some sort of answers to this question, some sort of clarity other than just acceptance? Is this any way to live? No closure, no understanding, nothing? Or am I over deep in it? Am I thinking too much of it? Is the end of the matter just live life to the fullest because tomorrow is uncertain? I don't like being in the dark. I don't like my life being in the hands of fate. I don't like the unknown. Now, don't get me wrong. I like spontaneity and I like surprises, but let's keep it to birthdays and date nights, I have so many questions like, what's the process like before someone leaves this world? Is there some sort of roster with people's names and a date of death written on it? Is there some sort of constant balance that the world needs that requires someone's death? If so, why don't older people who have lived full lives go instead? Or are we not supposed to understand some things? Are there things that we can only be victims of, things that should only be accepted, not understood? And you could say, what if you could understand? What would that knowledge do for you? What would knowing why your loved one died change? But I feel that clarity doesn't need to change anything. Of course, it doesn't bring back the dead, it doesn't affect what is going to happen anyway. It probably doesn't reduce the grief, doesn't affect the pain, but at least you're not in the dark, You're not in the why did this happen position. Your mind is no longer running through the what ifs. You probably won't also blame yourself for causing their death one way or the other. And you probably will process the grief better, accept it better. It's like when your grandma dies at 80 or 90, you're sad, of course, it's painful. You probably shed a lot of tears too when you think about all the memories and everything. But you understand, you're not exactly thinking, why did this happen? You're not exactly blaming yourself for anything. You just kind of already understand that at that age she's weary and tired and not very mobile, and she's very prone to sicknesses and all of that. So while the death is painful, it's easier to process, it's easier to move on because you understand that she's old. And that's how I feel we should understand premature death too, so that it's less painful, so that the grief doesn't hit as hard as it would have if you were completely blindsided, if you were completely in the dark. But will you ever get closure about these things? Will we ever understand? Are we supposed to understand? There's so much to talk about, so much questions to ask, so much whys in our lives, so much things that are unclear. And it would be nice to have a gathering of confused people just talking about these things. There's so much beauty in gatherings of open-minded people who want to learn, who don't think they already understand stuff that nobody really does. My friend lost her parents back in uni. It's been 5-6 years now? And while everyone was calling and texting to give condolences, for a while I couldn't, because they weren't old enough to have died, and I hated it. I hated that all I had to offer her was sorry for your loss. I hated that there was nothing tangible to help her with the grief than to tell her to accept it and move on. I just have never agreed that we're supposed to live in such uncertainty, Whatever happens, happens. To live with such forced acceptance of things that cause us pain, it's just so not cool. I want to understand it, but at the same time, I want to not be bothered with it in a deep, unhealthy manner, you get me? I want to live a happy life because I like to think that I'm a happy person. But I know what you might be thinking, what kind of happy person talks about stuff like this? I know, my bad, my kind of happy person, I guess. I just think that no matter how full we live, how we constantly want to view life in a positive way, there are things that we should just, dip a little. I wonder sometimes, does this bother just me, or there's a bunch of other curious people who also think like this? A bunch of very happy people who just pause and think of this once in a while. I want to have closure, I want to have clarity, I want to understand why the things that happen. And I'm not on some deep mental, extra weird spiritual stuff. I don't move like that. Like I said, I think life is beautiful and I want to enjoy it without always thinking of bad stuff. But I just want to be in a beautiful space of total light, where there's no confusion, where there's complete clarity about the things going on in my life, where I'm living life to the fullest, enjoying all the good things while understanding and accepting all the bad things. I mean, that's not bad, right? And by the way, my name is Ebenezer and this is my first YouTube video, and this is the point where I'm supposed to be full of confidence and say that I'm going to be super successful at this and I'm going to grow exceptionally and that you should watch out for me and stuff like that, but I'm just not sure. Like I said earlier, I'm not a very lucky person when it comes to planning and execution and in things going the way I want. Just in shooting and uploading this video, a ton of things have gone so wrong. So here's to just hoping it works and that I have enough strength to continually share my thoughts. So this is it, I guess. I will tell you to like, share and subscribe, but if you were feeling this video, I wouldn't need to tell you. So yeah, I'll be good. I'll see you next time.